So Asiatic lion. Now, so first of all, when we talk about lion, lion is a species that depicts sexual dimorphism. Okay, तो पहले तो हम लोग समझते हैं what is this sexual dimorphism. Sexual dimorphism is a phenomena where the species of the same gender but of different sex will depict the different physical features. ठीक है, तो here you can see that we have lion. Fine, here we have lion. So sexual dimorphism. सेक्सुअल डायमॉर्फिज्म, ठीक है, क्योंकि ये सब चीजें भी स्टैंड अलोन दे आ सिद्धा एग्जाम इकोलॉजी के अंदर में. तो व्हाट इज सेक्सुअल डायमॉर्फिज्म? इफ यू हैव सीन द फोटोग्राफ और इन रियलिटी इफ यू हैव सीन द फीमेल लायन, यू विल फाइंड दैट दे डोंट हैव दिस पर्टिकुलर हेयर्स. फीमेल लायंस के पास में ये वाले हेयर नहीं होते हैं या नहीं होते हैं? दे डोंट हैव इट. इफ यू सी पीकॉक एंड पीहेन, okay, they look different. Peacock will have very vibrant colors, peahen will not have. ठीक है, तो peacock and peahen का physical appearance is different. Lion, female lion, male lion, their physical appearance is different. So on the basis of sex, members of the same species will have different physiological features. This particular phenomena is called as sexual dimorphism. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Sexual dimorphism. You can find it in the Asiatic lion. So why Asiatic lion were in news? See, first of all, when we talk about the Asiatic lion, cyclone Biparjoy, fine, because of its impact, there were concerns with respect to the population of Asiatic lion. Okay, also, when we talk about the Asiatic lion, they are regularly in the news because we have, first of all, understand this thing that only abode or natural abode or the natural place where the lions are found, it is Gir. It is Gir, Gujarat. Now understand this thing that whenever any species, the population in one particular area will increase, there will be a particular problem. What is the problem? Problem is that there will be, समझो एक area है, there are lot of animals of the same species living there, they will interbreed. And as they will interbreed, what will happen over a period of time? They will undergo a genetic similarity. What will happen? All the animals, their gene pool will become same. And when there will be the genetic similarity, a problem is there that if one disease will come, it will wipe out the population of all. So from time to time, it is explored that where they can be translocated. ठीक है, from Gir, can we translocate the Asiatic lion to some other place or not? So few years back, this was being explored that the Asiatic lion can be translocated to Kuno National Park. ठीक है, Kuno National Park, where the cheetah has now been reintroduced, but that particular thing did not got materialized very successfully. So Asiatic lion, fine. Gir, okay, Gir National Park, Gujarat, it is the only place where they are found in their natural abode. Okay, and when we talk about this Asiatic lion, also Asiatic lion is called as Persian lion, Indian lion, fine, but their population outside the India is not there, fine. Now there is African lion and they are in smaller in size compared to the African lion. And what is the status on IUCN red list? Status is endangered. IUCN red list status क्या है? They are endangered. sites के अंदर में they are schedule 1, means their export is not allowed. Wildlife Protection Act के अंदर में they are in schedule 1, means they cannot be killed, they cannot be hunted. Okay, now basically when we talk about the Gir National Park, this particular place, it is also inhabited by Maldharis. It is also inhabited by Maldharis. Now who Maldharis are? So Maldhari is a name given to a pastoral community living in Gujarat, fine, Gir area, and it includes a lot of caste. It includes a lot of caste. So Maldhari is a title given to the people, means pastoral people. Okay. Now Maldhari is one of an eco community of India. What are the eco community? Eco communities are those communities which have a positive relation with the wildlife or environment. Okay, and we have many communities in India which have played an active role in preservation of wildlife and the preservation of environment. Maldharis are one of them. So when we talk about Maldharis, they have a traditional pastoral people having a positive relationship with the lion. Okay, now there are some other communities also which are called as eco warriors. Eco warriors means ecological warriors. Why? Because they have played a positive role in the preservation of wildlife as well as a positive role in preservation of environment. So I will give you their names. इनको एक बार side में लिख लो, because there can ask a question that which among them are known as eco tribes or eco warriors. तो Bishnois of Rajasthan, Bishnois of Rajasthan, they draw their inspiration from Amrita Devi. They draw their inspiration from Amrita Devi, who was killed while protecting a grove, of khejri trees. Okay, fine. So blackbuck, chinkara, khejri trees, they have a very they are sacred, they revere the wildlife as well as environment. So Bishnois of Rajasthan. Second, Van Gujjars. Van Gujjars of Uttarakhand. Van Gujjars of Uttarakhand. Few of them are also found in Uttar Pradesh. Okay, but largely they are in Uttarakhand. Van Gujjars of Uttarakhand. Fine, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, little bit in Himachal Pradesh also are found. मतलब belt important है. So Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, this particular area they are found. Please write. Semi-nomadic tribe. इन्हीं के बारे में. Semi-nomadic tribe. Semi-nomadic tribe. They have adopted climate adaptive strategies. Climate adaptive strategies. Third, Khasi community of Meghalaya. Khasi community of Meghalaya. Tradition of protecting sacred forest. Tradition of protecting sacred forest. Okay, एक और इनका फीचर है that they have the multi-village government. So the multiple villages where these Khasi people are living, they govern their affairs with the help of the multi-village government, which is called as HEMA. Okay, so just HEMA. What HEMA is? Multi-village government to govern the affairs of Khasi people. HEMA, multi-village government. Okay, third one, Idu Mishmi. Idu Mishmi. Idu Mishmi of Arunachal Pradesh. Idu Mishmi of Arunachal Pradesh. Also their name comes from Mishmi Hills, where they live in large numbers. Idu Mishmi. Fine. They believe that tigers are their elder brother. Believe tigers are elder brother. Okay, one more thing, that Mishmi people, Mishmi language was declared as endangered by UNESCO. So Mishmi people speak Mishmi language. Their language was declared endangered by UNESCO. So one is more related thing. And the next is Apatani tribe. Apatani tribe. Arunachal Pradesh. Arunachal Pradesh. Popular for rice fish cultivation. Popular for rice fish cultivation. Now what is this rice fish cultivation? So in a field where they are growing paddy, you know that a paddy field is to be flooded. So in the field where they are going paddy, as it is a flooded field, in the same field they also cultivate fish. So rice and fish are cultivated at a same plot of land. Okay, this is one of a practice that they are following for hundreds of years. They also are eco tribes, means they have a positive relation with the environment and wildlife. Is it clear or not? Fine. Maldharis are also like this. So Maldharis, Apatanis, Mishmis, Van Gujars, Bishnois, all these are the eco warrior tribes. Fine. Moving on. Moving on to the next one, that is alligator gar fish. Now alligator gar fish, it is the biggest fish of gar family. It is the biggest fish of gar family. Recently it was in news. Why it was in news? Because it has become an invasive species in Dal Lake. So you already might be knowing about the Dal Lake, find the crown jewel of Kashmir. So it has become invasive. Now when we talk about this particular fish, it can grow up to 8 feet. It can grow up to 8 feet and it becomes a threat of the other indigenous native fishes there. Okay, it is a predator species. Also, it competes with the native fishes in terms of the nutrition. So it has become invasive species. Okay. Now, when we talk about it, fine. It is a EuroHeline fish. What is EuroHeline fish? EuroHeline fish is one which can tolerate the wide range of salinity. It can thrive in fresh water, it can thrive in brackish water, it can thrive in salty water also. So adaptability बहुत है. ठीक है, EuroHeline fish. Fine. And one of the biggest fish in North America, also biggest fish in the gar family that I have told. So it has become a nuisance in the Dal Lake, invasive species. Okay. Now, when we talk about the Dal Lake, apart from Dal Lake, where it is found in the parts of Bhopal and Kerala. Bhopal and Kerala. Is it clear or not? ठीक है, invasive species है, इतनी जल्दी grow होती है, इतना thrive कर रही है, तो obviously their IUCN status will not be like vulnerable, critically endangered. What is their IUCN status? IUCN status is least concerned. IUCN status is least concerned. ठीक है? Are we getting it or not? Now, when we talk about the Jammu and Kashmir, Dal Lake. So Dal Lake also have the floating gardens. You remember the floating gardens, pundis, floating vegetation कहां पे मिलते हैं? लोकताक. ठीक है. So similarly in the Dal Lake also we have floating vegetation or floating gardens called as RAD. Okay, called as RAD. समझ में आ रहा है या नहीं आ रहा है? तो बेसिकली दिस रिलेटेड पीसेस ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन फाइन इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर योर प्रीलिम्स एग्जामिनेशन बिकॉज यू हैव सीन कि दैट वो क्या क्या चीजें आजकल पूछ रहे हैं. समझ में आ रहा है? तो नंबर वन गार, वी हैव सीन दैट फाइन एलिगेटर गार फिश, बिगेस्ट फिश ऑफ द गार फैमिली. ठीक है, नॉट नेटिव टू इंडिया, it is an invasive species and has become a threat in the Dal Lake, can grow up to 8 feet, least concerned on IUCN red list. Is it clear? EuroHeline fish means can tolerate a wide range of salinity. Then the next is spotted pond turtle. Spotted pond turtle. So recently the incidence of consuming meat of spotted pond turtle was reported from the Kaziranga National Park. ठीक है, Kaziranga National Park. Now, when we talk about this particular spotted pond turtle, it is called as spotted because of the prevalence of these yellow spots on its shell as well as the other body. ठीक है. Now, it is also called as the black pond turtle. Now, it is crepuscular. It is a crepuscular species. ठीक है. अभी crepuscular species क्या होती है? Crepuscular species, now see, you remember we discussed diurnal, active during the day, nocturnal, active during the night. Crepuscular are the ones who are active during diffuse light, dawn, dusk period. So period before the day and period after the sun, after the sunset. So dawn and dusk का जो period होता है, period of diffuse light, this is the time when they are most active. During this time they'll hunt, they'll eat, they'll do reproduction, mating, everything. Okay, so it is a crepuscular species. It is a crepuscular species, means that they are active during the diffused light. Okay, so the cases of consuming their flesh was reported from Kaziranga National Park. Okay, fine. Also called as black pond turtle, black spotted turtle, so similar names are there. Now, where they are largely found? North, northeast and central India. Okay, carnivorous, and they are the carnivorous. Okay, so they consume the other aquatic animals. Crepuscular, mostly active during the twilight. And what is IUCN status? Endangered. What is IUCN status? Endangered. Now, when we talk about the Kaziranga National Park, so Kaziranga National Park happens to be an important national park in Assam. और देखो, सबसे पहले this is a national park. Also at the same time, it is a World Heritage Site. Fine, it is a national park. It is World Heritage Site. It is a Tiger Reserve. It is important bird area. It is important bird area. ठीक है? तो वर्ल्ड हेरिटेज साइट भी है, नेशनल पार्क भी है, टाइगर रिजर्व भी है, इंपॉर्टेंट बर्ड एरिया भी है, काजीरंगा नेशनल पार्क. एंड विच स्टेट इट इज फाउंड? इट इज फाउंड इन Assam. It is found in Assam. Okay, fine. Is it clear or not? ठीक है, ठीक है. ऑलरेडी वन हॉर्न राइनो वाला तो हमने देख लिया था. मोस्ट नंबर्स ऑफ वन हॉर्न राइनो आर ऑल्सो फाउंड इन काजीरंगा, बट हाइएस्ट डेंसिटी, highest concentration is in Pobithora. Is it clear or not? ठीक है. Now understand this thing that when we talk about the turtles and the tortoise, what is the major difference in turtle and tortoise? सबसे बड़ा difference होता है कि that when we talk about a turtles, if you see their feet, they have webbed feet, which is very much suitable for swimming, floating. So when we talk about turtles are semi-aquatic animals. Okay, majority of time they will spend in water. They'll come out of water also, but majority of time they will be staying in water. But when we talk about the tortoise have elephantine feet. Their feet are not webbed. Their feet are not like flippers. Is it clear or not? So they are largely land dwelling. They are largely land dwelling. Okay. Okay, fine. Then Himalayan brown bear. Himalayan brown bear. So Himalayan brown bear is in news, and its large numbers are found in Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh, but majorly they are found in Jammu and Kashmir. Now, why they were in news? Understand this thing, that now because of excessive tourism that is thriving in the Himalayas, their behavior patterns are getting changed. Samjho. Often what happens, because of the resorts that are being opened up in Kashmir, in Himalayan region, they come to these resorts, they eat garbage, they eat leftover food, and as they are getting dependent on them, their natural behavior, that is hunting or searching for the food, it is getting changed. And as in the search of food, they are coming near to human habitations, coming near to hotels and resorts. Also, multiple episodes of man-animal conflict has been reported. Okay, so therefore, this brown Himalayan bear was in news. So its population, large numbers are in Kashmir and are facing challenges such as human-animal conflict, challenges such as the changing behavior patterns. Okay, now when we talk about this particular species, thick fur, and you can see the color, they have a sandy brown color. Okay, and they are omnivorous nocturnal animals. Omnivorous nocturnal animals means they consume flesh as well as fruits, vegetables, etc. also. ठीक है, तो herbivores और carnivorous उनके बीच में क्या होते हैं? Omnivorous nocturnal means they hunt and they are active during the night. What are the threats? Human animal conflict, because often in search of food they come to the human habitation. Habitat loss because of excessive development. Poaching for their fur, poaching for their claws and other organs. ठीक है, what are the habitat? Northwestern Himalaya, Central Himalayas, primarily Jammu Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh. What is IUCN status? Critically endangered. Sites Appendix 1, WPA Schedule 1. Bald eagle. Now, bald eagle, their population has quadrupled, become 4 times since 2009, and there it is because of the positive conservation efforts that have been made towards the bald eagle. Now where it is largely found in North America, Canada, US, सब parts of Mexico. ठीक है, बहुत ज्यादा डिटेल के अंदर में नहीं जाना. They are raptor birds. Raptor birds are the ones which are predator birds, which will hunt other small animals such as mouse, etc. Okay, so they are an example of raptor birds. Okay, so what they feed on? Small fish, small animals such as like, okay, and IUCN status is least concern. Okay, DDT. अब हम बात करते हैं इंडिया में, तो फॉर एग्जांपल इंडिया में वल्चर्स हैं. Vultures are facing a problem because of excessive use of diclofenac, aclofenac. In the same way, these bald eagles in North America, they face a problem because of DDT. Now, what is the DDT? DDT is an insecticide that was used in agriculture. Okay, and because of its usage, okay, DDT is being used in agricultural field. So, mice or small animals which are consuming the agricultural crops through biomagnification, they have excessive quantity of DDT in them. And when these animals or these small creatures are being eaten by the bald eagle, fine, what happened? They face the problems. ठीक है, so DDT. Floating gold, okay, ambergris or gray amber. Now what is this floating gold? So floating gold, so basically क्या होता है कि sperm whale, okay, so basically this is a kind of a waste that is generated in their intestines. Okay, what it is simply a waste which is found in intestine of whales, largely sperm whales. In some of blue whales also it is found, but largely it is found in the intestine of sperm whales. Now this particular wastage, it has a lot of usage in cosmetic industry, in perfume industry. And because of that, what happens? Sometimes whales are killed. They are poached for this ambergris. And sometimes what happens? These whales, they secrete it. And as it is secreted, it is found floating in the sea. And if it is found, it has a lot of value. Because of that, it is called as floating gold. समझ में आ रहा है? तो ये है क्या? It is simply a waste that is generated and it is found in the intestine of sperm whale. It is a waxy type of substance. So it was recently found in the belly of a dead whale on Spanish island of La Palma. So it is simply a solid waxy substance originating in intestine of sperm whale, and less than 1% of sperm whale will have this. Okay, और इसका यूजेज कहां पे होता है? इसका यूजेज कहां पे होता है? कॉस्मेटिक इंडस्ट्री एंड परफ्यूम industry. Is it clear or not? And when we talk about the sperm whale, where they are found? They are found in temperate and tropical water throughout the world. Okay, and what is IUCN status? Vulnerable. Okay. South Indian cicada. It got a new name, that is the Purana Chiva. Purana Chiva. Now, see, basically what is a cicada? Cicada is a species of this insect which are characterized by transparent wings. Now, if you carefully observe their wings, they have the transparent wings. So, this particular insect, it is called as the cicada. Up till now, it was just being referred to as the South Indian cicada. Now, it has been given a new name, that is the Purana Chiva. Is it clear or not? Fine. So, they are the hemipteran insects, also called as true birds, large eyes, transparent wings, loud calls. ठीक है, herbivorous है, they feed on the plant. ठीक है, अभी देखो कुछ चीजें याद रखो. Insects, birds, any animals. सबसे बड़ा थ्रेट इनका क्या होगा? हैबिटेट लॉस. फाइन, हैबिटेट लॉस. फाइन, तो इनका प्रॉब्लम क्या है? डिफॉरेस्टेशन means a habitat loss, usage of pesticide, usage of herbicides. Fine. Now they will be found in most of the parts wherever there is a thick forest. जहां पे भी thick forest है ये मिलेंगे. You will find them in Western Ghats, you will find in Northeast, you will find in Central Asia. They'll find wherever there will be the thick forest. Now, you will not found it on Antarctica. Why? No forest. ठीक है? Okay. Then Gambusia fish. Okay. Now Gambusia fish, or basically the area of the Gambusia fish is such that 3 questions have been asked in prelims examination around this particular area. One तो question directly Gambusia fish के ऊपर में ही आया हुआ है. ठीक है, directly they have asked the question on Gambusia fish. Now Gambusia fish, it is called as mosquito fish. This particular fish is used to control the population of mosquito. Why? Because they consume mosquitoes. Okay, so what has happened? Now this Gambusia fish, it is a native to United States and consume 100 to 300 mosquito larvae per day. Now understand this particular thing, that we can say that okay, they can be a practical solution to mosquito problems. Mosquitoes many number of times are a very big health problem. Okay, अब 2-3 चीजें समझो. सबसे पहले तो WHO has recommended not to use these fishes to contain malaria. Okay, WHO has advised not to use the Gambusia fish to contain malaria. Gambusia is the worst invasive species, and because of the Gambusia fish, also it leads to the threat to many population of frogs. Because why? Frogs also consume mosquitoes. But if Gambusia fish is in a particular water body, तो वहां पे frog thrive नहीं कर सकते, because they'll not leave any mosquito for frog. We'll see this particular thing also. Fine. So Gambusia, IUCN has declared it as one of the 100 worst invasive alien species. Okay, Gambusia fish released in mosquito released in Andhra Pradesh to control mosquitoes. Okay. Now there is some related information related to this. So basically, World Mosquito Program recently used Volbachia method to control mosquitoes in Yogyakarta, Indonesia. In Yogyakarta, Indonesia. Now, what is Volbachia method? And question also came on Volbachia. I think last year or last to last year question भी आया था. हाँ, last year ही आया था. ठीक है, Volbachia method. अभी Volbachia क्या है? Volbachia is a bacteria. Volbachia is bacteria. Now, basically, what under the World Mosquito Program they are doing, they are inducing mosquitoes with Volbachia bacteria. Now, when we talk about Aedes aegypti is responsible for transmitting many deadly viruses. For example, Zika. Please write, Aedes aegypti is responsible for transmitting Zika virus, dengue, and is also responsible for chikungunya and yellow fever. Aedes aegypti is responsible for Zika, dengue, chikungunya and yellow fever. Okay, Aedes aegypti. Now what they do? Aedes aegypti is simply a carrier. Aedes aegypti क्या है? It is simply a carrier. Means it will pick up a virus, will carry that virus, and when Aedes aegypti will bite a human, will transmit that particular virus to that human. Now, if we induce or if we inject Volbachia bacteria in this Aedes aegypti mosquito, it will inhibit the replication of the virus in that particular mosquito. So what will happen? What will happen even if that mosquito will bite a human? That mosquito will not be able to transmit a particular virus in the human, because virus has not got replicated in mosquito because of the presence of Volbachia bacteria. So what they have done in Yogyakarta, Indonesia, they have induced the mosquitoes Aedes aegypti with Volbachia bacteria. And when these mosquitoes who have been induced with Volbachia bacteria, when they are reproducing, with the other mosquitoes, what happened? They transmit this Wolbachia bacteria to the other mosquitoes also. Okay, and over a period of time, all the mosquitoes will have this Wolbachia bacteria, and because of that, they will not be able to carry the virus. Is it clear or not? This Wolbachia bacteria, it is safe for humans. So means if an Aedes aegypti mosquito will bite human, it might transmit that Wolbachia bacteria to human also, but humans don't have a threat due to it. Is it clear or not? So what is this Wolbachia method? Wolbachia method is used by the World Mosquito Program, where mosquitoes such as Aedes aegypti are induced with the Wolbachia bacteria so that they cannot transmit the deadly viruses. Viral growth will be inhibited. And is it clear or not? Okay. And in fact, 2 questions on this theme has been asked. In 2017, a question came on Zika. The question was this: in tropical regions, Zika virus is transmitted by the same mosquito that transmits dengue. True or false? True. Aedes aegypti, Zika और डेंगू दोनों को ट्रांसमिट करता, तो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट ट्रू हो गया. सेकंड स्टेटमेंट क्या था? सेक्सुअल ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ जीका वायरस इज पॉसिबल. तो यस, through bodily fluids, if a person is infected with Zika, through bodily fluids can infect the other person also. So sexual transmission is possible. So right answer was both the statements are true. 2017 and 2023 Wolbachia method question was asked. So Wolbachia method क्या है? Find the statement A, controlling the viral disease spread by mosquitoes. Okay, and a direct question on Gambusia fish has also been asked, that Gambusia fish is used for controlling the transmission of mosquitoes. Are you getting it or not? But it is not recommended by WHO. Is it clear or not? ठीक है, fine. Recently Punjab also they were having these Gambusia fish, so it was also in news few days back in Hindu newspaper. Hanji, clear or not? So what is invasive alien species? Already we have discussed in the previous class. These are the exotic species. These are the species which are not native to a particular place. They are introduced from other place. They compete with the native species and often they outnumber native species. What is the reason? I told you that a native species will have its predators. Native species will have its pests which will keep their population in control. But exotic species which have been brought from outside, they don't have any predator, they don't have their pest, so unka population check में नहीं रहेगा. Is it clear or not? Okay, one more question. Who declare a species as invasive species or something like this? Please write National Biodiversity Authority. National Biodiversity Authority declares any species, any plant, animal as invasive. National Biodiversity Authority declares a species as invasive species. Okay. Next. Hollow gibbon. Already we discussed in the previous class. Hollow gibbon already we have discussed the previous class. ठीक है. See this particular thing, hollow gibbon. Smallest and fastest of all the apes, where it lives, tropical and subtropical forest. So it will be found in the northeast. Now we have seen that, see, gibbons, octopus, elephant, dolphins. These are the most intelligent creatures. Gibbons, dolphin, octopus. Octopus is one of the most intelligent. Elephant. Is it clear or not? And also dogs. Okay, so gibbon, they also happen to have high intelligence, distinct personalities, strong family bonds. Around 20 gibbon species are there in India, or 20 gibbon species are there in the world. And in India, which species we have? We have the hollow gibbon. Okay, fine. Now one more thing, that basically hollow gibbon have two: eastern hollow gibbon and western hollow gibbon. But yesterday, last class, I told you that now the new research that is coming is saying that western and eastern are not separate, they are in fact the same. Is it clear or not? Fine. ठीक है. Cheetah reintroduction project. Cheetah reintroduction. अभी every few days, once a week or once a 10 days, 14 days, you will find at least one news with respect to the cheetah in Hindu newspaper. आज 2 चीता मर गए, आज एक चीता को फीवर हो गया, आज एक चीता का मूड ठीक नहीं है. No need to follow that every day. Fine, there are 4-5 points with respect to cheetah that you should know for the purpose of examination. First of all, when we talk about cheetahs, in India, cheetah got extinct in 1950s. Okay, we had which cheetah? We had Asian cheetah. Asian cheetah got extinct from India in 1950s because of excessive hunting. We wanted to reintroduce cheetah in India, but our preference was to reintroduce Asiatic cheetah in India. And Asiatic cheetah का population अभी कहाँ पे है? ईरान में है. We reached Iran and we requested Iran to give us cheetahs. Okay, but that particular deal did not got materialized because Iran asked for tigers and lions from India. So India did not like that proposal. We reached to Africa, and from Namibia and South Africa, now we are bringing cheetahs in India. This is the world's first intercontinental translocation of any wild creature. It is the world's first intercontinental translocation. So African cheetah will be reintroduced in India. In India, African cheetahs were not there. In India, we had Asian cheetahs. Is it clear or not? Now, when we talk about cheetah, cheetah is also a crepuscular species. It is also a crepuscular species. Means it will hunt, it will mate during diffused light. Either it will go out in evening or it will go out in early morning, dawn or dusk. So it is also a crepuscular creature. Fine. So 2 cheetahs in Kuno National Park, they died. Not that much important. Okay. Now, when we talk about the cheetah, so cheetah reintroduction project got commenced finally in 2022. And as a part of this cheetah reintroduction, what we are going to do? We are going to bring cheetahs from South Africa and Namibia. And these cheetahs will be brought to Kuno National Park in Madhya Pradesh. Okay? World's first intercontinental translocation. Okay? And when we talk about the cheetah, which cheetah we are bringing now? African cheetah. So what is the status of cheetah? IUCN, vulnerable, CITES Appendix 1. Okay? Fine. Now, these are fine. One more thing, please write cheetahs before reintroducing cheetahs in the wild. Before reintroducing cheetahs in the wild, they are kept in bomas. They are kept in bomas for supervision and acclimatization. Supervision and acclimatization. What is acclimatization? ठीक है, देखो, understand this thing. Cheetahs, they have been brought from Africa. As they have been brought from Africa, there are many possibilities. Number one, they might not be able to adjust with the climate of India. Okay, so they need some time to adjust with respect to climate. So what happens? They are not directly released in the wild. They are kept in enclosures. These enclosures are called as bomas. In these enclosures, they are supervised. Why they are to be supervised? If they are ill, if they are not able to accept the situation, they can be monitored. Also, they are quarantined. Why to quarantine them? They might be having some pest, they might be having some virus, they might be having some bacteria, okay, which they can bring here and can infest the other animals, can infest the other wild creatures. Is it clear or not? So for these purpose, they are quarantined, they are supervised, they are made to acclimatize, and for that period they are kept in bomas. Abhi problem kya ho rahi hai? Problem ye hai कि that actually what is happening when we are bringing the cheetahs, we are acclimatizing them or we are supervising them for a very long period of time, and during that particular time they are forgetting their hunting skills. ठीक है, वो शिकार करना भूल जा रहे हैं. ठीक है, and then they are not able to adapt in wild. So this is one of a very big reasons that they are not able to then survive in wild. ठीक है, so as of now, there is a lot of troubles that are coming in this particular cheetah reintroduction project. Okay, they are the one of the fastest creature on earth. Okay, the next is tiger orchid. Tiger orchids. Now these tiger orchids, they are the biggest orchids, and because of that they also have their name in Guinness Book of World Records. So these tiger orchids, recently they bloomed in Kerala. Recently they bloomed in Kerala. Fine. So where they are found? They are found in the rain forest, freshwater swamp forest, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Papua New Guinea, as well as in Kerala. Recently they have bloomed tiger orchids. Why they are called as tiger orchids? Because if you observe their if you observe them, they have the tiger like patterns. So because of the tiger like pattern that they have, they are called as tiger orchids. Okay, fine. CITES Appendix 2 means their trade is allowed, but depending on certain conditions. Appendix 1 मतलब trade allowed ही नहीं है, commercial trade allowed ही नहीं है. Appendix 2 it is allowed depending on certain conditions. Then next is primrose willow. Primrose willow. So primrose willow, again invasive species, and it has become threat to elephant population. It has become threat to the elephant population in Tamil Nadu. Now why it has become threat to elephant population? Understand this thing, that this primrose willow, first of all, it thrives in waters. Okay, and as it thrives in the water, it is not possible to weed out them by using the machinery, because the heavy machinery cannot be operated in water, one thing. So if we want to remove them, they have to be manually plugged, which takes a lot of effort and which takes a lot of time. So removing them, weeding them out is not possible. And what actually is happening, they are competing with other varieties of plants, and they are competing the varieties of plant which actually elephants consume. Is it clear or not? So it is leading to the food shortages for elephant, and because of that, elephant population is getting threatened by this primrose willow. Okay, so grow very fast than many other harmful weeds. Okay, ornamental species means it looks very beautiful. Okay, ornamental species looks very beautiful because of its yellow, pale yellow color flower. Okay, aquatic plants means it thrives in wetland, it thrives in ponds, it thrives in water bodies, it thrives in the stranded water, and because of this particular nature, it cannot be weeded by using machinery.